So now that we have our spawn rate and the zombie spawning loop and all that kind of implemented, we want to start working on the actual logic for basically the health. So we need to get the zombie health for each given round. So the way it works is rounds 1 through 9. You basically take 100 times the round and add 50. Then every round from 10 and beyond, you're taking 950 times the power of 1.1 to the power of the round minus 9. So we're going to go ahead and just like we did a get spawn rate, we're going to have a float get. Let's do get zombie health. Let's do get zombie, and let's do get round zombie health. And let's actually change get spawn rate to get round spawn rate. So let's fix that get round spawn rate and get round spawn rate. So now that we have the round, we need a test. So int 32, let's do round equals 1. And basically, if the round is less than, say, 10, we need to run that first set. Otherwise, we run the second set. So the first set is 100 times the round plus 50. So return 100 times the round plus 50. Next one is 950 times the 1.1 to the power of round minus 9. So return 950. And what was it? It was times the power of 1.1 and to the power of round minus 9. So that'll take care of that. So we have our zombie round health, and now in our spawn zombie, where we are getting the magnitude, what we can do instead is just call get round zombie health. And let's actually make this a constant function. So once we get the round system set up, we can work on linking these to the round. So let's go ahead, recompile, and relaunch. And I actually want to lower this delay for the sake of testing to like 2 seconds. So that way we're not waiting 5 seconds every single time. We are only waiting 2. So we also are going to want to print out the actual value returned. So let's do a UE log temp, warning, text. Let's do zombie health and print out get zombie or get round zombie health. Okay, so the starting health should be, I believe, 150 on round 1. So wait the 2 seconds, and we have the health of 150. So that is correct there. Now let's pretend we are on round 5, and I already know this should be correct. So we should have, let's see, what was it again? So 100 times 5 plus 50, so just 550. And we have 550. So now let's try with a round of 15. So that will be, let's see, I'm not sure exactly how to do this on the calculator, but I know what round 10 and 11 are. They're like 1100. Okay, so 1682. Let me load up a calculator. All right, and we are getting the correct value. So round 10 is something like 1100 something, or yeah, 1045. So we are good to go there. So now that we have that out of the way, we have both of these in place. We still need to work on the round system. So that means we need to create a player state that is basically going to keep track of the round. So to begin, let's go to our zombies module, and here we have our game modes. Let's also create a corresponding game state. So I'm going to keep the game state with the game mode in this case. So Unreal class, I'm not saying the game state, just game state base. So a game state, and let's call it zombies game state. So we're not going to finish it in this video, but I want to get it for the most part set up. So in this case, it's mostly just going to be settings. So in this case, the round. So let's make a protected section and do a U property replicated using, and this will be the int32 round. And we'll set it to, and we'll just set it to 0 by default. So replicated using equals onRep underscore round. Okay. And actually, we could probably just change this to a uint16 because the max, I can't remember, where does it define the max at? Let me check really quick. Okay, so the max is going to be 65,000 essentially. So we're going to leave it as a uint16. That should be, plenty and then some. So we want a u function for void onRep round. And basically all this is going to do is for the UI. We don't really care about using it, otherwise. So we have that. Let's make our public section. And what we want is for starters, get lifetime replicated props. And we want a get and increment round. So let's make the getter first. So uint16 get round. And this will simply return the round. Likewise, let's go ahead and make a setter, or not a setter, but a kind of like an addition function, so to speak. So void increment round. And increment round will simply take the round and increment it. So we have both of those. Let's create our get lifetime replicated props and include net Unreal Network and net core push model.h. So this way we can do our f, do rep lifetime params, and set params.be as pushed base to equal true, and do rep lifetime with params fast, a zombie game state, round, and params. So we now have our round set to replicate, and when we increment the round, we want to mark it as dirty. So mark property dirty from name, a zombies game state, property being round, and object being this. And then we simply call onRep underscore round. So that way we fire the onRep for the listen server as well. So we have our round, we have our increment and our getter. Everything's replicated there using the push model. So our round is basically good to go. So in zombies game mode, we have the ability now to basically get the corresponding round. So let's we could do some simple getters like get round and whatnot. Let's just, for the time being, let's just fetch it. So remove our access to the round like so. And yeah, I'm just going to make I don't know if I want to do a getter. Nah. So we'll just go ahead and get the game state, which is a template function, which is nice. So a zombies game state. So we need to include it. So zombies game state, and we're also going to move the interface up here. So game modes, zombie game state.h. And we want to get the game state, and we want to call get round. So inside of get round of zombie health, we're going to store it. So uint16 round equals get round. And that'll return us the round. So we have a very basic round system in place. The only thing we need to do is kind of, actually increment the round, because right now it is 0. So basically when we call start round, we need to have already established that, a new round has begun. So we might have something like next round which kicks off a delay, which in turn will eventually call start round. So something kind of like that. So we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. But I want to go ahead and have most of the logic in place as is. So let's go ahead, compile, make sure we're good to go, and we can move on to the next video. Okay, so we built just fine. And yeah, that is going to wrap up this video. And I'll see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.